The AFK farming software, I became invincible without knowing it. Author, Autumn Lu. Summary. Qing woke up to find that he had transmigrated. He had become a disciple of the Green Cloud Peak, one of the 12 peaks of the Heaven Enlightenment Sect. Fortunately, the AFK farming software was activated and changed his life. Ding! You had been AFK farming for 7 days in the game dungeon Shu Mountain Ancient Path. You have cleared the game dungeon 7 times. You have obtained 1 7-star sword, 1 sword kinesis technique, 1 top-grade foundation establishment pill, and 630 low-grade spirit stones. Ding! The Green Cloud Chi refinement art has been cultivated for a day. Your cultivation progress has increased. You will break through to the next level after 10 days of AFK farming. Qing was tired of cultivating. It was too dangerous out there, so he could only cultivate through the AFK farming software every day in the sect. Eventually, Qing reached Foundation Establishment, followed by Golden Core, and subsequently Nascent Soul. He became invincible. Chapter 1, I turned out to be a spy of the Demon Sect? Translator, Atlas Studios Editor, Atlas Studios. Southern Region. In the D-Class Servant Quarters on the Green Cloud Peak, one of the 12 peaks of the Heaven Enlightenment Sect. At night, in the quiet forest, the rays of moonlight seeped through the gaps in the leaves and fell on the ground, forming spots of light of various sizes and shapes. This. Qing lowered his head. Cold sweat broke out on his forehead, but he did not dare to show any abnormalities. He could only lower his head as much as possible and not be discovered by the others. In front of Qing and the others stood a man in a blood robe. He wore a white bone mask and had long, striking blood-colored hair. His eyes were red like a ghost's. This person was Deist Whitebones from the Demon Sect, Myriad Demon Cave. He had the strength of the 7th stage Qi refinement realm. Qing and the others were his subordinates. Put away the blood ghost pill. Deist Whitebones clasped his hands behind his back and said in a very cold tone, originally, with the aptitude of trash like you, I'm afraid you won't be able to break through to the 3rd level of Qi refinement in your lifetime. However, since you've become my subordinates, come here every 7 days for the next month to consume a blood ghost pill. This medicinal pill can stimulate your life potential and allow your cultivation to rise rapidly in a short period of time. It's enough to let you step into the 3rd level of Qi refinement in a month without being discovered by the Outer Sect elders of the Green Cloud Peak. You can become Outer Sect disciples of the Heavenly Enlightenment Sect's Green Cloud Peak and truly join the sect to become a part of it. By then, it will be time for you to repay me. So, I've become a spy of the Demon Sect. Qing was shocked and afraid. He did not dare to say anything now and could only listen carefully. He obediently took the blood ghost pill in his hand and bit the bullet and ate it under the scrutinizing gaze of Deist Whitebones. Deist Whitebones shouted, quickly cultivate and unleash the medicinal effects to the limit. In the surroundings, the other 8 immediately sat cross-legged and circulated their cultivation methods. Blood chi rose around their bodies, and dense blood chi surged as they absorbed the spiritual chi of heaven and earth and transformed it into their own spirit energy. There was no choice. Qing could only sit cross-legged like them. However, his mind was in a mess. Moreover, after the blood ghost pill's medicinal essence melted in his abdomen, it caused Qing's temperature to rise and his entire body to turn red. Fortunately, after Qing transmigrated, he still had the memories of the original owner in his mind. He found the Green Cloud Qi refinement art, but he did not know how to cultivate at all. He could only act according to the memories of the original owner. In the end, the effects of the blood ghost pill were mostly wasted by Qing. An hour later, the cultivation session ended. The other 8 people's cultivation levels had clearly increased. Only Qing remained the same. There was no change at all, making Deist Whitebones extremely disgusted. What a useless person! You consumed a blood ghost pill to stimulate your life potential and used up 10 years of your lifespan. There's actually no change at all. Deist Whitebones said, if there's not much change after consuming the blood ghost pill next time, I'll refine your soul into a lamp and create a blood corpse to make up for the loss of the blood ghost pill. Qing was shocked and felt his scalp go numb. He quickly answered, Lord Envoy, don't worry. I won't disappoint you next time. 10 years of lifespan, that's 10 years of lifespan, I have an entire 10 years less to live? Qing cried in his heart. In the surroundings, the other 8 wore different masks, and Qing himself was the same. He wore a black ghost mask and could not reveal his true appearance. Get lost. Deist Whitebones said. Yes. Yes. Qing and the others bowed. When he looked up again, Deist Whitebones, who was in front of them, had long disappeared. Not even a trace of his aura was left. Qing and the others looked at each other with vigilance in their eyes before quickly scattering. What is going on? Qing looked at the sky speechlessly. I just developed the AFK farming software last night and it was about to enter the market. In the end, I woke up and actually transmigrated. All my years of hard work have been wasted. I'm now a servant disciple and a spy of the demon sect. This kind of background is really too difficult. Next, Qing tidied up all the memories in his mind and figured out the original owner's 18 years of life. The original owner of the body was born in a village called the Qi village. When he was 16 years old, the village encountered a group of bandits, causing his family to be destroyed. He accidentally joined the Green Cloud Peak and became a servant disciple. However, it had been about 3 years since he entered the sect. At almost 19 years old, he was still at the late stage of the first level Qi refinement realm. He was not even at the second level Qi refinement realm, but the outer sect assessment was in a month's time. 3 years after a servant disciple entered the sect, if they could not reach the third level of Qi refinement, they would be expelled. If they passed the assessment, they could become an outer sect disciple. This was the rule of Green Cloud Peak. It was also the rule of the entire Heaven Enlightenment sect. With the cultivation and potential of the original owner, it was impossible for him to pass the outer sect assessment. At that time, he would be expelled from the Green Cloud Peak and would no longer have any chance to cultivate. The original owner of the body was naturally unwilling to give up. So, a few days ago, he received an invitation from Deist Whitebones and became a spy of the demon sect. Deist Whitebones promised to help increase his cultivation as soon as possible. However, after the original owner joined the outer sect of the Green Cloud Peak, he had to work for Deist Whitebones. Now it seemed that he had gotten into a huge trap and could not jump out even if he wanted to. What should I do now? Qing took a deep breath and tried to calm himself down. According to the current situation, the original owner is gone for no reason. I've taken over his place. In this situation, I can't think of anything. First, I don't even know how to cultivate. That blood ghost pill will burn 10 years of my lifespan each time. If I eat it 4 times a month, it will cost me 40 years of my lifespan. This is simply murder. I definitely can't eat the blood ghost pill anymore. Ding! Downloading the AFK farming software. Downloading is complete. Welcome to the AFK farming software. Using one button to farm automatically, you can enjoy passive cultivation and clearing of dungeons. It is extremely safe. Have a good time. Host, Qing. Level, first level of the Qi refinement realm. Cultivation method, Green Cloud Qi refinement art. Spell, Green Cloud sword technique, beginner. Treasure, none. Item, none. One button farming, can be activated. The system panel was very simple. Qing was excited. This feeling was like a strong light shining in the darkness or seeing an oasis in the desert. It made him perk up. He was filled with motivation and hope. I'll go back to the servant quarters first. Qing quickly left the forest and returned to his residence in the D-class servant quarters. 10 servant disciples lived in the same room and slept on double-decker bunk beds. Qing was on the lower bunk near the door. At first glance, Qing felt as if he had arrived at the student dormitory. Of course, the servant disciples' room was very simple. It was a simple wooden room. In addition to the public toilet, there was nothing else. Activate the AFK farming software. Qing took advantage of the time when the other 9 servant disciples were sleeping. He lay on the bed with his eyes closed, but he could still see the system panel of the AFK farming software. Ding! Success! Please choose a cultivation technique or spell that you want to undergo AFK farming. First, Green Cloud Qi Refinement Art. Second, Green Cloud Sword Technique. Currently, you can only activate one AFK farming slot and let a cultivation technique or Dharma spell train. If you want to activate more AFK farming slots, please charge more spirit stones. Qing thought, raising my cultivation level is the most important thing now. I'll choose the Green Cloud Qi Refinement Art. Ding! The Green Cloud Qi Refinement Art is in the midst of cultivating. Friendly reminder, charging spirit stones can increase the cultivation speed of the AFK farming. Spirit stones. Qing pondered for a moment. In the original owner's memories, he had been frugal for nearly 3 years. He only saved 9 low-grade spirit stones, but 8 were taken away by deist white bones. There's only 1 left. It's hidden in. Qing turned around and used his right hand to dig at the corner of the bed for a while before pulling out the low-grade spirit stone hidden in the crack. The low-grade spirit stone was like a white jade stone that was the size of a thumb. It was diamond-shaped and emitted a faint glow. Ding! Detected that the host has a low-grade spirit stone. It can be used to open a game dungeon. You can use a low-grade spirit stone as a ticket to enter a game dungeon. Activate! Qing said. Ding! Activation successful. Entering the dungeon of the first level of Qi Refinement, Skeleton Mountain Bandits. Thus, flashing images appeared in Qing's mind like a movie. It felt more like the cutscene of a game. It was playing very quickly. In the scene, the night was dark and the wind was strong. There was a group of bandits on Skeleton Mountain. There were more than 100 of them, and they occupied this place. They burned, killed, and plundered. They committed all sorts of crimes and harmed the citizens of the vicinity. That night, a sword immortal hero descended from the sky. At first, he was unarmed, but he was quick-witted and snatched the iron sword from the bandits. He fought against them until blood splattered all over the mountain top. The corpses of the bandits covered the ground. Unknowingly, Qing fell asleep. The next morning, he woke up. Ding! You spent the night farming in the Skeleton Mountain Bandits game dungeon and cleared it once. You received 1 detoxification pill, 1 skeleton sword, and 10 low-grade spirit stones. Good news came so early in the morning. Qing was overjoyed when he saw this. Chapter 2, Blood Fiend Cave. Qing got up from his bed early in the morning and left his residence. He found a quiet place and quietly took out the detoxification pill. It was a black pill. Upon closer inspection, there were traces of pill patterns on it. It had the smell of medicine. Item: Detoxification Pill. Introduction: an item from the Skeleton Mountain Bandits game dungeon. It can resolve most poisonous goo at the Qi cultivation realm. Immediately after, a pop-up window appeared beside the detoxification pill. It roughly introduced the basic information about the detoxification pill. Deist White Bones is from the Demon Sect. His methods are definitely vicious. Last night, it was only because my potential was too low that I wasted his blood ghost pill. He wanted to refine my soul into a lamp and my body into a blood corpse without a word. Qing thought to himself, I guess the blood ghost pill doesn't just consume lifespan. There must be a way to restrain it. Otherwise, After those servant disciples consume the blood ghost pill, their cultivation levels will increase and they will successfully join the outer sect. If they betray the demon sect, then Deist Whitebones would have wasted his efforts. The detoxification pill was dropped in the Skeleton Mountain Bandits game dungeon. It will definitely drop again in the future. In my opinion, its value is average. Let's use it first. Gulp. Qing consumed the detoxification pill. The pill melted the moment it entered his mouth. It slid down his throat and into his stomach. There was a hint of bitterness as the medicinal effects quickly spread throughout his body. The next moment, Qing's stomach churned and he felt nauseous. He could no longer control himself and spat out a black object wrapped in mucus. It fell to the ground. This is... Qing lowered his head, and what entered his eyes was a thumb-sized black goo worm. It kept wriggling in the mucus like a centipede, and after jumping a few times, it died. It's completely black and shaped like a centipede with 8 legs. Qing's scalp went numb. According to the original owner's memories, Qing recognized this goo worm, heart-devouring goo. Deist Whitebones is indeed not a good person. He actually buried the heart-devouring goo into the blood ghost pill. Gasp. Qing took a while to calm down as he thought, this world is too dangerous. I just transmigrated here and this happened. Luckily, I have the AFK farming software and obtained the detoxification pill. Otherwise, if the heart-devouring goo worm fused with my heart, even an immortal would find it hard to save me. Clang. Qing took out the skeleton sword. The blade of the sword was long and slender, and its entire body was greenish-black. There was a picture of a skull carved on the hilt, and it didn't look like a weapon of the righteous path. Still, this skeleton magic sword could cut through iron like mud. It was indeed a pretty good talisman treasure at the Qi refinement realm. Over the next few days, Qing stayed in the D-class servant quarters. Other than going to the canteen of the servant quarters every morning, afternoon, and evening, he would not go out again after eating. 3 days later, at noon. Ding! After AFK farming the green cloud Qi refinement art for 3 days, you comprehended heaven and earth and spiritual energy entered your body. Your cultivation progress has improved tremendously and successfully broke through to the 2nd level of Qi refinement. Buzz! Buzz! Qing immediately felt the changes in his body. The green cloud Qi refinement art circulated on its own within his body. Vast spiritual Qi poured into his body and into his danshan. A second Qi cyclone resembling a green cloud appeared. It was a cultivation breakthrough. He reached the early stage of the 2nd level Qi refinement realm. Okay. Qing was elated. One had to know, according to the cultivation content of the green cloud Qi refinement art, during the Qi refinement realm, one could condense 9 green cloud cyclones in the danshan, which was why it was divided into 9 levels. First level of Qi refinement was the lowest, and 9th level was the highest. Further up, he needed to establish his Dao foundation and enter the foundation establishment realm. On Green Cloud Peak, foundation establishment realm cultivators were all inner sect disciples. They had a high status. Ding! You have been farming in the Skeleton Mountain Bandits game dungeon for 3 days. You have cleared the game dungeon 3 times. You have received 1 detoxification pill, 1 skeleton robe, and 30 low-grade spirit stones. The skeleton robe was a defensive Qi refinement realm talisman treasure. Ding! Detected that the host's cultivation level has broken through to the 2nd level of Qi refinement. The rewards from the dungeon of the 1st level of Qi refinement will decrease. A new game dungeon can be opened. You can use 2 low-grade spirit stones as a ticket to enter the game dungeon. Activate the new game dungeon. Qing said. Ding! Activation successful. Entering the dungeon of the 2nd level of Qi refinement, Blood Fiend Cave. The game screen appeared. First, Qing saw a pitch-black cave entrance. It was 3 meters in diameter and there were red lights appearing inside. After stepping in, he was greeted by a dense blood-colored aura. Name: Blood Fiend Cave. The disciples of the demon sect slaughtered 10 villages and killed more than 1,000 people. The corpses of more than 1,000 people were filled with resentment and blood. They created the Blood Fiend pool with the intention of refining the Dharma treasure, the Blood Fiend banner. However, at the last moment, the disciples of the demon sect failed in their refinement and suffered a backlash. They died and their deo dissipated. Their souls were torn apart by the Blood Fiend pool, but it remained and existed until now, becoming the current Blood Fiend Cave. In the Blood Fiend Cave, thousands of villagers had transformed into Blood Fiend ghosts after their deaths. On this day, a peerless sword immortal descended. He held a skeleton sword and wore a skeleton robe. He used the green cloud sword technique. The sword beam was like a green cloud, ethereal but powerful. The Blood Fiend ghosts in the Blood Fiend Cave were all sent to the afterlife by this sword immortal. Continue AFK farming and cultivate the green cloud chi refinement art. Qing said. Ding. Detected that the host possesses 35 low-grade spirit stones. They can be used to charge spirit stones to increase the speed at which the AFK farming goes. Every 10 low-grade spirit stones can provide a 100% increase. Charge Qing said directly, I'll charge 30 low-grade spirit stones. Ding. Charged successfully. On the next day of AFK farming cultivation, you will receive a 300% increase. In the blink of an eye, a day later. Ding. You have been AFK farming the game dungeon in the Blood Fiend Cave for a day. You have obtained Blood Fiend Ghost Talisman, Blood Spirit Pill, and 20 low-grade spirit stones. Ding. The green cloud chi refinement art has been cultivated for a day under the threefold enhancement. Your cultivation progress has increased greatly. You have already broken through to the mid-stage of the second level of chi refinement. Buzz. Indeed. The cyclone in Qiming's body changed again. Spiritual chi gathered in his body and was quickly refined. It fused into the cyclone and doubled in size. The improvement speed is fast. Qiming smiled. I'll charge 20 low-grade spirit stones and continue cultivating the green cloud chi refinement art. I'll spend 2 low-grade spirit stones and enter the Blood Fiend Cave game dungeon. Swish. Qiming took out the Blood Fiend Ghost Talisman. It was a rectangular talisman completely blood black in color, covered in ghostly drawings. Item: Blood Fiend Ghost Talisman. Introduction: after using it, you can summon a Blood Fiend ghost at the 3rd level of Chi refinement. This is a good thing. Qiming was delighted. Item: Blood Spirit Pill. Introduction: after consumption, it can heal injuries and recover blood vitality. Clearly, the Blood Spirit Pill was a recovery potion. Not bad, not bad. Qiming was even more satisfied. Now, I'm facing 2 difficulties. The first is to face Daoist White Bones in a few days. The second is the Outer Sect assessment. I definitely won't see Daoist White Bones again. It's also impossible for me to consume the Blood Ghost Pill. Anyway, the heart-devouring goo in my body is gone. As long as I hide in the servant quarters, Daoist White Bones won't be able to do anything to me. So, I just need to focus on preparing for the Outer Sect assessment in a month. If Daoist White Bones insists on finding trouble with me, I just have to use AFK farming every day and clear the game dungeons. I believe that my cultivation level will soon surpass Daoist White Bones. When the time comes, there will be many ways to deal with him. Chapter 3, Small Test. In the blink of an eye, today was already the 7th day since Qiming transmigrated. The 7-day period was about to end. At noon. Ding. Cultivated the green cloud chi refinement art for 3 days in a row with double the effect. Reached the early stage of the 3rd level of chi refinement. Buzz. Buzz. Immediately, the green cloud chi refinement art in Qiming's body automatically circulated. The surrounding spirit energy surged into his body and flowed through his meridians, refining it into spirit energy. In his danshan, a third cyclone had already formed. It was a cultivation breakthrough. He had reached the early stage of the third level Qi refinement realm. Ding! You have been AFK farming in the Blood Fiend Cave game dungeon for 3 days. You have cleared the game dungeon 3 times. You have obtained the refinement method of the Blood Fiend banner, 1 Blood Fiend Evil Ghost Talisman, and 60 low-grade Spirit Stones. Good, good, good. Qiming was overjoyed. I've finally reached the third level of Qi refinement. No matter what, I've already satisfied the basic requirements of the outer sect assessment. I don't have to worry about being expelled from the section. Thinking of this, Qiming heaved a sigh of relief. The outside world was too dangerous. It was safer to stay in the sect and cultivate. Boom! Suddenly, the door slammed open. Qiming looked over and saw a familiar figure rolling in like a bucket. Qiming, Qiming, hurry up and find a place to hide. The familiar figure that was like a round bucket crawled up from the ground. He ignored the dirt and dust on his body and shouted at Qiming. What? Qiming was stunned. Ya done, what's wrong? What made you so flustered? It's that scoundrel Li Feiyun. Ya done took a deep breath and said, isn't the outer sect assessment about to begin? Li Feiyun broke through to the early stage of the third level of Qi refinement yesterday. He's so arrogant now. Many servant disciples have already been targeted by him. More than half of their spirit stones accumulated over the years have been stolen by Li Feiyun. I don't have any more spirit stones left. They're coming this way now. Hurry up and find a place to hide. Don't let anyone find out. Otherwise, the spirit stones that you saved up after so much difficulty will probably be snatched away. Li Feiyun. Qiming was familiar with this name. In the entire D-class servant quarters, there were a total of 1,000 servant disciples, and only a very small portion of them had decent cultivation potential and had the chance to become outer sect disciples. It just so happened that Li Feiyun was one of them. Indeed, Li Feiyun had indeed successfully broken through to the early stage of the third level of Qi refinement yesterday. However, Li Feiyun began to demand the spirit stones of the other servant disciples. This was indeed a little ruthless. After all, they were all servant disciples, so they naturally knew how difficult it was to save a few low-grade spirit stones. In the end, Li Feiyun actually wanted to snatch it by force. Of course, he did not do it openly. To put it bluntly, if you did not give him the spirit stones, he would beat you up for no reason and would not violate the Green Cloud Peak's rules. He would not let go until you handed over the spirit stones. I don't have any more spirit stones left. Qiming muttered. These few days, Qiming had always been charging spirit stones to cultivate. He had used up all the spirit stones he had obtained from clearing the dungeon. Now, he only had 2 low-grade spirit stones left to use as the ticket to enter the Blood Fiend Cave. Ya done, you're quite bold to come and inform him. Suddenly, a mocking voice came from outside. Qiming looked over at the entrance. A 1.8-meter tall man with a muscular body was standing. His skin was bronze in color and he was wearing the uniform of a Green Cloud Peak servant disciple. He was Li Feiyun. Beside him, there were also a few lackeys. It seemed like there was quite a formation. Li Feiyun. Ya done was a little fierce on the outside but cowardly on the inside. He looked tough on the outside, but he was very afraid in his heart. You don't be reckless. This is the servant quarters of Green Cloud Peak. You can't just hit people. Ya done. A hawk-nosed lackey next to Li Feiyun said, what nonsense are you talking about? How can Senior Li Feiyun casually hit someone? Senior Li Feiyun is about to take the outer sect assessment, but he saw that everyone's cultivation has not improved, so he took out an extremely precious time to teach you a few moves. Not only are you not grateful, but you also want to slander Senior Li Feiyun. This is too disappointing. Ha ha ha! Li Feiyun laughed heartily. Well said, well said. Yu Yedun trembled in anger. One had to know, Yedun had just been beaten up by Li Feiyun. His face was still green and purple. The 5 low-grade spirit stones on him had also been taken away as his tuition fees. Yu Li Feiyun pointed at Qiming and crossed his arms in front of his chest. Hurry up and get up. Let me teach you a few moves. With my guidance, I believe you will be able to break through very soon. You want to guide me? Qiming pointed at himself. There's no need. Li Feiyun shouted, cut the crap. Hurry up, don't waste my time. I have to find the rest later. Qiming looked interested. He could use Li Feiyun to test his skills, then I'll have to trouble you, senior. Don't worry. The corner of Li Feiyun's mouth curled up into a cruel smile. He clenched his fists and the sound of bones cracking could be heard. I will take good care of you. Qiming, you have to be careful. Yedun could not help but say. I know this Qiming. He's the servant disciple with the worst potential. He's probably only at the first level of Qi refinement now. He's going to be taught a lesson. Exactly. Li Feiyun is already at the early stage of the 3rd level Qi refinement realm. Qiming will naturally be beaten up and his spirit stones will be snatched. That can't be helped. Weak people should be bullied. In the surroundings, the servant disciples who were watching the show chatted softly. Kid, watch my move. Li Feiyun shouted and stepped on the ground. His body shot out and raised his hand to punch Qiming's face. There were gusts of wind. Boom. In the end, Qiming raised his right hand and caught Li Feiyun's punch head-on. His right hand grabbed Li Feiyun's fist tightly. You. Li Feiyun's eyes widened. He was indeed shocked. Qiming smiled, Senior brother, didn't you eat this morning? Why is your fist so weak? This Yedun's eyes widened as he was completely dumbfounded. How is this possible? Qiming he actually took Li Feiyun's punch head-on. Li Feiyun is at the early stage of the 3rd level Qi refinement realm, while Qiming was only at the late stage of the 1st level Qi refinement realm a few days ago. What's going on? Could it be that Qiming is already at the 3rd level Qi refinement realm? In the surroundings, the other servant disciples were also shocked. Senior, it's my turn now. Qiming kicked at Li Feiyun's stomach. After Li Feiyun reacted, he forcefully broke free from Qiming's palm and quickly dodged. Clang! Qiming took out the skeleton sword hidden under the bed and used the green cloud sword technique. The green cloud sword technique was also extraordinary. In Qiming's hand, under the circulation of his spirit energy, it turned into green sword light. Li Feiyun's eyes were filled with fear. He cultivated the green cloud 5 tiger seal. Under Qiming's sword light, he could not use it at all and kept retreating. Ah! A shrill scream sounded. Li Feiyun was sent flying. A deep wound was left on his chest by the skeleton sword. He lay on the ground, and blood stained his clothes. Everyone fell silent. Only Li Feiyun's screams were left. Everyone was stunned. That's it. Qiming pouted and walked over. He squatted down next to Li Feiyun and reached out to take all the spirit stones from him. Chapter 4, Bat Demon Cave Abode. As for you guys, hand them all over. Qiming did not calculate how many spirit stones Li Feiyun had. He stood up and glanced at Li Feiyun's lackeys. Senior Qi. These are my spirit stones. Please accept it, Senior Qi. Li Feiyun's lackeys were so frightened that their legs were trembling. They quickly took out all the spirit stones on their bodies and respectfully handed them to Qiming, who naturally accepted them all. Scram! Qiming waved his hand. Yes, yes, yes. We'll get lost now. The lackeys quickly picked up the severely injured Li Feiyun and ran away like mice encountering a cat. Only the blood on the ground proved what had happened. You still want to continue watching? Qiming glanced at the surrounding servant disciples, or do you have spirit stones that you want to give me? Congratulations, Senior Qi. Your cultivation level has increased greatly. You've broken through to the 3rd level of Qi refinement. It's only a matter of time before you enter the outer sect. In the future, you will soar and become an immortal. You will be free and unfettered. Congratulations, Senior Qi. Senior Qi is mighty. He taught Li Feiyun a lesson and returned peace to the D-class servant quarters. Senior Qi sword technique is domineering. The green cloud sword technique is unparalleled. In the surroundings, the servant disciples immediately praised, afraid that their spirit stones would be snatched away by Qi Ming. All of you, leave. Qi Ming said. Yes. Yes. In the blink of an eye. The D-class servant disciples had all fled, leaving only Ye Dun and Qi Ming. Qi Ming was in a good mood because Li Feiyun had given him a total of 258 low-grade spirit stones. To think that Li Feiyun had plundered so many spirit stones. With this quantity, it was a wonder that he was not afraid of being beaten to death. With this windfall, Qi Ming's cultivation speed could increase greatly again. Qi Ming, you actually. After Ye Dun came back to his senses, his surprised expression had yet to fade. He could not even speak properly. I only broke through to the 3rd level of Qi refinement recently. Qi Ming shrugged and didn't want to say anything. Ye Dun's eyes lit up, amazing, I didn't expect my brother to be so powerful. I'm stunned, really. How many spirit stones did you lose? Qi Ming asked. Just 5. Ye Dun said. I'll give it back to you. Qi Ming handed 5 low-grade spirit stones to Ye Dun. Ye Dun did not take it. Instead, he said, I don't need these spirit stones. With my potential, I'm only at the early stage of the 2nd level of Qi refinement. It's impossible for me to break through to the 3rd level of Qi refinement before the outer sect assessment. I might as well give it to you. Qi Ming smiled, sure, then I'll accept it. Don't stand on ceremony with me. Ye Dun answered. That's true. Qi Ming replied with a smile. In fact, in the entire D-class servant quarters, the original owner only had one friend, Ye Dun. The 2 of them could be considered very good friends. As for the other 8 fellow disciples who lived under the same roof, their relationship was average. There were even a few who often bullied the original owner and forced him to wash their clothes for them. Now, Qi Ming had transmigrated and occupied the body of the original owner. He naturally could not let the past happen again. In the evening, news of what had happened today had already spread throughout the entire D-class servant quarters. It could be said that, basically, all the disciples of the D-class servant quarters knew that the low-profile Qi Ming had actually defeated Li Feiyun, who had already broken through to the 3rd level of Qi refinement. It could be seen that Qi Ming's cultivation level was definitely at the 3rd level of Qi refinement, or even higher. In addition, there were also busybodies who arranged rankings for the servant disciples who were qualified to enter the outer sect according to their cultivation and strength. Among them, Qi Ming was ranked 9th on the advancement list while Li Feiyun was ranked 10th. In front of them were 8 stronger servant disciples. At night, the 8 fellow disciples who lived under the same roof returned. Thump. 4 of them, Zhu Xiaoxian, Zhang Qing, Hu Gang, He Ping, looked at each other and knelt in front of Qi Ming at the same time. They kowtowed to him after another. Their skin was torn and blood oozed out. Senior Qi, we were blind in the past and did many shameful things. Today, we kowtow to you and apologize. Senior Qi, please forgive us. These are all the spirit stones we've accumulated over the past few years. There are a total of 60 low-grade spirit stones. This is our apology to Senior Qi. Please accept it. The 4 of them knelt down and kowtowed before giving spirit stones as compensation. It could be said that they had shown Qi Ming enough respect and apologized very sincerely. Of course, this was also because Qi Ming was no longer the weakling at the 1st level Qi refinement realm. Instead, he was at the early stage of the third-level Qi refinement realm. He would definitely become an outer sect disciple in a month. So, Zhu Xiaoxian could only kneel down and apologize. Cough cough. Wu Shiliang coughed softly. He looked at Zhu Xiaoxian and the others kneeling on the ground and then looked at Qiming, who was resting with his eyes closed. He felt inexplicably emotional. This was the benefit of strength. He was a little respectful towards Qiming. Senior Qi, why don't we forget about it? Zhang Wen whispered. Forget it? How can we? Ye Dun said angrily. Zhu Xiaoxian and the others used to bully Senior Qi a lot. Now that they know how powerful Senior Qi is, they immediately ran over and kowtowed a few times. I think we should just break their legs. The other disciples did not speak. They were just spectators. Ye Dun, go and take their spirit stones. Qiming said. All right. Ye Dun reached out and took all 60 low-grade spirit stones from Zhu Xiaoxian and the others. Then, he handed them to Qiming, who accepted them all. Qiming looked down at Zhu Xiaoxian and the others and said in a low voice, from today onwards. Before I enter the outer sect, all my clothes, blankets, and bed sheets will be cleaned by the 4 of you. Did you hear that? Yes, yes, yes. Zhu Xiaoxian nodded quickly. Boss Qi, it's our blessing to be able to wash your clothes. Zhang Qing fawned. Yes, yes. Hu Gang agreed. Boss Qi, from today onwards, you only need to focus on preparing for the outer sect assessment. We will help you with the rest. Boss Qi, I'm here to massage your legs. He Ping smiled. Qiming had a look of disdain on his face as he kicked He Ping to the ground. Get lost. What are you smiling for? You're a man. Damn. Wu Shiliang, Zhang Wen, and Ye Dun were all stunned. Night came. Tonight was the 7th day. However, Qiming did not go to the meeting. Instead, he activated the AFK farming and entered the 3rd new game dungeon. 3rd level of Qi refinement, Bat Demon Cave Abode. He charged 100 low-grade spirit stones and started cultivating the green cloud Qi refinement art. On the other side, in the quiet forest, Deist Whitebones appeared again. What? Deist Whitebones looked around and frowned. Why is there one less person? I don't know. This. We're not sure. The masked servant disciples shook their heads and did not dare to say anything. They were very cautious. You're all trash. Deist Whitebones snorted coldly but did not care. Instead, she took out the blood ghost pill as usual and let the servant disciples take it. However, he thought to himself, after consuming the blood ghost pill, you've already been poisoned by the heart-devouring goo. Even if you want to run halfway, it's impossible. In another 7 days, if you don't take the blood ghost pill, the heart-devouring goo insect will act up. At that time, there's no need for me to find him. He will roll over and die. When the time comes, I will make a lamp out of this trash's soul and refine his body into a blood corpse. I will let him know how miserable his betrayal and escape will be. Chapter 5, Spirit Pet, Baby Bat Demon. Qiming waited nervously for the entire night. He did not even sleep well, afraid that Deist Whitebones would ambush him while he was sleeping. The night passed but nothing happened. Qiming heaved a sigh of relief. He thought to himself, Deist Whitebones didn't come to find me last night. I still have some time. As long as I'm given enough time, I'll definitely be able to catch up to Deist Whitebones' cultivation level. That's good. It's probably because my cultivation level is too low, so I'm not eye-catching, so Deist Whitebones didn't pay too much attention to me. Otherwise, it would really be troublesome. Honestly, as a disciple of the demon sect, Deist Whitebones was able to enter the servant quarters at the foot of the Green Cloud Peak without being discovered by the elders. Qiming was already guessing if the upper echelons of Green Cloud Peak also had people from the demon sect infiltrating. There was probably more than one. Otherwise, Daoist White Bones would not dare to be so brazen. I still have to be careful. Qiming kept reminding himself. At noon, after lunch. Ding! You had been AFK farming for a day in the game dungeon of the Bat Demon Cave Abode. You have cleared the game dungeon once. You have obtained 1 baby bat demon and 30 low-grade spirit stones. At the same time, Qiming saw the scene of clearing the game dungeon. At the periphery of the 100,000 mountains, there was a mountain of bats. The Bat Mountain was occupied by a greater bat demon. It stayed in the cave at the waist of the mountain. The bat demon led more than 1,000 bats to form the Bat Demon Cave Abode. On this day, it was a sunny day. A powerful swordsman had traveled here and discovered Bat Mountain. He had also heard that children in the village had been captured by the Bat Demon Cave Abode. It was unknown if they were still alive. Thus, this powerful swordsman entered the Bat Demon's Cave Abode alone. The cave was dark, but there were more than 1,000 bats. There was a stench. Clang! 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 The bats flew and passed through the cave, attacking the powerful swordsman. This swordsman held a skeleton sword and circulated his spirit energy. The green cloud sword technique was used in succession. Sword flashes appeared and the bats were cut down. Finally, the 3-meter-long greater bat demon appeared. A huge battle erupted between the two sides. The powerful swordsman killed the greater bat demon at the price of being severely injured. The game dungeon was completed successfully. Item: Baby Bat Demon. Introduction: This is a newly born spirit pet. It can be bound by blood and become a pet. Its potential is average. It can only reach the late-stage foundation establishment realm. It will be very difficult to advance in the future. Spirit pet. Qiming was delighted. This is great. According to the memories of the original owner, a spirit pet is not something that ordinary people can obtain. It's priceless. If you spend spirit stones to buy it, it will cost at least 1,000 low-grade spirit stones. Swish! Qiming took out the baby bat demon. It was a furry black bat. It looked cute and adorable. It had not opened its eyes and was sleeping quietly in Qiming's palm. I'll use blood to contract it. Qiming bit his thumb and a drop of blood dripped out. It landed on the baby bat demon's body and was immediately absorbed. Somehow, Qiming felt that he had a connection with this baby bat demon. He could clearly sense its state. For now, the baby bat demon was only at the first level Qi refinement realm and was very weak. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining the spirit pet, baby bat demon. You can activate one button AFK farming. There will be no need to nurture it. It will automatically grow and you will be free from trouble forever. Qiming was very satisfied. Activate it. Ding! Successful activation. AFK farming of Spirit Pet, Baby Bat Demon has been activated. It is estimated that it will cross the infant stage in 7 days and reach the growth stage. Qiming was a little surprised at that speed. Ding! Prompt: Ordinary spirit pets have low potential and cannot break through their limits. Therefore, their growth speed is faster. I see. Qiming nodded. Clearly, the AFK farming software developed by Qiming had changed a little because of this world. Ding! The green cloud Qi refinement art has been cultivated for a day under the 10-fold enhancement. Your cultivation progress has improved tremendously. You have already broken through to the mid-stage of the 3rd level of Qi refinement. The green cloud Qi refinement art cultivated on its own. The spiritual Qi poured into Qiming's body and quickly refined into spirit energy. It integrated into the 3rd cyclone of the green cloud and became significantly larger. Continue. Qiming took a deep breath and charged another 100 low-grade spirit stones, allowing the green cloud Qi refinement art to be in a state of 10-fold enhancement. At the same time, he then used 3 inferior grade spirit stones to enter the Bat Demon Cave Abode. Time passed, in the blink of an eye, 2 days later. He had been AFK farming in the Bat Demon Cave Abode for 2 consecutive days. After clearing 2 game dungeons, he had only obtained 30 low-grade spirit stones and nothing else. Qiming's green cloud chi refinement art had been AFK farming for 2 consecutive days under the 10-fold increase in speed. His cultivation level had increased continuously. Right now, he was about to break through to the 4th level of chi refinement. Such speed was almost like flying. Qiming sat cross-legged. The green cloud chi refinement art circulated on its own. A spiritual chi vortex appeared above Qiming's head. The surrounding spiritual chi surged into his body and was quickly refined. Boom! A rumble came from within him. The conditions were met and the 4th green cloud cyclone condensed in his dantian. It was a cultivation breakthrough. Qiming had reached the early stage of the 4th level of chi refinement. I'm already at the 4th level of the chi refinement realm. Qiming consolidated his cultivation base and felt the changes in his body. The spirit energy in his body surged and was extremely abundant. His current strength had increased quite a bit. However, although Qiming's cultivation level had increased, he had very few means to deal with enemies. He only had one green cloud sword technique and it was only at the beginner level. If he wanted to go further on the path of cultivation, he would need to cultivate methods to deal with enemies. Ding! Detected that the host's cultivation base has broken through to the 4th level of chi refinement. The rewards from the 3 game dungeons between the 1st level of chi refinement and the 3rd level of chi refinement will be greatly reduced. The host will be able to activate a new dungeon and use 4 low-grade spirit stones as the entrance ticket. Activate! Qiming said. Ding! Activation successful. Enter the game dungeon of the 4th level chi refinement realm, Heavenly Eagle Cult Headquarters. Another game scene appeared vividly before him. Although the Heavenly Eagle Cult was a sect of the pugilistic world, they were very powerful. Furthermore, they were a demon cult that had done many evil deeds. The hands of the Heavenly Eagle cult members were stained with the blood of countless innocent people. Qiming transformed into a game character. He was a peerless swordsman who acted heroically. After learning about the ugly matters of the Heavenly Eagle cult, the chivalrous and courageous peerless swordsman found the headquarters of the Heavenly Eagle cult. He took advantage of the darkness and charged into the headquarters with a skeleton sword in hand. This was a bloodbath. Screams, roars, sounds of battle. It rang for an entire day and night. Finally, all sound disappeared. The Heavenly Eagle cult headquarters was completely wiped out. There was only one peerless swordsman whose body was dyed red with blood. He held a sword and walked out with firm steps. Unknowingly, another 4 days passed. The 3rd meeting every 7 days was about to arrive. On this day, at noon. Ding! Congratulations, host! Your spirit pet, Baby Bat Demon has been AFK farming for 7 consecutive days. Because it doesn't have any charged spirit stones, its growth is very ordinary. It doesn't have any special characteristics. However, it still entered its growth stage and has already grown into a bat demon. Qiming received a notification. It has entered the growth stage. Qiming said happily. After 4 days, Qiming's cultivation level had already risen to the late stage of the 4th level chi refinement realm. This was because in the next few days, Qiming did not have many spirit stones left in his hands. The speed at which he could increase his cultivation level was only 4 times faster. In addition, the further he progressed in his cultivation level, the harder it became to increase his cultivation level. Naturally, he could not reach the 5th level chi refinement realm. But in the game dungeon, Qiming still obtained many good things. Now, the baby bat demon had also entered the growth stage and became a bat demon. Chapter 6, Killing Intent at Night. Qiming summoned the bat demon that had reached the growth stage. It appeared out of thin air and stopped in front of him. The bat demon was about the size of a palm. It was completely black and had huge ears. It had sharp fangs and claws as it flapped its wings. Of course, this was the normal state of the bat demon. In battle, its body would increase in size, and its strength and speed would increase greatly. Spirit Pet, Bat Demon. Introduction: a bat demon that has already reached the growth stage. Its cultivation level is at the late stage of the 7th level Qi refinement realm. It can continue to grow. After reaching the mature stage, it can reach the early stage of the foundation establishment realm. It has sound wave attacks, poison attacks, close combat, sneak attacks, and various other methods. Late stage of the 7th level Qi refinement realm. Qiming was overjoyed. It reached the late stage of the 7th level Qi refinement realm in just 7 days. This speed of improvement is indeed unexpected. This way, with the bat demon around, I won't have to worry too much about Deist Whitebones finding trouble. At the very least, I have a way to survive now. Host, Qiming. Level, late stage of the 4th level Qi refinement realm. Cultivation method, Green Cloud Qi refinement art. Spells, Green Cloud Sword Technique, Beginner, Heavenly Eagle Claw, Beginner. Treasures, Skeleton Sword, Skeleton Robe, Heavenly Silk Gloves. Item, 1 Blood Fiend Ghost Talisman, 1 Blood Fiend Evil Ghost Talisman, Refinement Method for the Blood Fiend Banner, 1 Blood Spirit Pill, 1 Detoxification Pill, 50 low-grade Spirit Stones. Spirit Pet, Bat Demon, Growth. The Heavenly Eagle Claw spell and the Heavenly Silk Gloves were items that had been dropped from the Heavenly Eagle Cult headquarters. These two items could be used together to produce a stronger effect. Next, Qiming found a quiet place and familiarized himself with the abilities of the Bat Demon. Although the Bat Demon was only an ordinary spirit pet, its strength had exceeded Qiming's expectations. It was very powerful and could instantly kill Qiming, who was only at the late stage of the 4th level Qi refinement realm. In the blink of an eye, night had fallen. That night, Qiming did not sleep. He sat cross-legged on the bed. Yedun, Zhu Xiaoxian and the others had been sent away by him for a reason. He had already put on the skeleton robe. The skeleton sword was placed horizontally on his knees, and his hands were also wearing the heavenly silk gloves. The bat demon hid in a dark corner. Somehow, Qiming had a feeling. This was probably a cultivator's 6th sense of danger. Tonight, Deist Whitebones would definitely visit. Indeed, in the quiet forest. What? Deist Whitebones frowned. He swept his gaze across all the servant disciples present, and his expression was slightly ugly. Only then did he realize that the trash that had fled the last time had not come. Bastard, I was actually deceived by a useless servant. Damn it! Buzz. As soon as they finished speaking, after Deist Whitebones distributed the blood ghost pills, he directly left, leaving behind the stunned servants. These servants consumed the blood ghost pills one after another, and their cultivation levels clearly increased. What happened? Why did Deist Whitebones leave directly? It might be related to the servant disciple who left halfway. We can't care about that. Just obediently take the blood ghost pill and quickly leave this place. We took such a huge risk just to enter the outer sect. I don't want to fail. That's right. The servants discussed for a while before quickly leaving. At this moment, the scene changed in the D-class servant quarters. Swish! Swish! Deist Whitebones leaped into the air. In the D-class servant quarters, there was no one there. No one discovered Deist Whitebones. Soon, Deist Whitebones found Qiming. Clearly, Deist Whitebones had already investigated Qiming's identity and background. Originally, Deist Whitebones wanted to wait for the Qiming heart-devouring goo to act up and personally come to beg for mercy. Unexpectedly, the heart-devouring goo actually failed. It was indeed beyond Deist Whitebones' expectations. Qiming. The door opened. Deist Whitebones walked in directly with his hands behind his back. His eyes were as red as blood, like a ghost that had walked out of the darkness. A cold killing intent surged. How dare you! Deist Whitebones raised his head and looked at Qiming as if he was looking at a corpse. There was no emotion in his eyes as the spirit energy around him shook. Deist Whitebones. Qiming took a deep breath. His right hand was already holding the skeleton sword. He secretly contacted the bat demon and looked for an opportunity to attack. You really came. He he he. Deist Whitebones laughed sinisterly. What a good piece of trash. I was wrong. I didn't expect you to be able to resolve the heart-devouring goo. This is the D-class servant quarters. There are several elders guarding it. Qiming said in a low voice, you came in so blatantly to commit murder. Aren't you afraid of being discovered by the elders? They're just a few old trash who can't reach the Foundation establishment realm in their lifetimes. Deist Whitebones said disdainfully, I'll kill all of them if they come. Don't worry. Deist Whitebones' tone was cold, I won't kill you too quickly. Instead, I'll extract your soul and light it up as a lamp. I'll torture you and refine your body into a blood corpse. I'm not going to sit back and do nothing. Clang. A sword chime sounded. Qiming held the skeleton sword in his right hand and shot out. He used the green cloud sword technique. He circulated his spirit energy and turned into a green sword beam that stabbed at Deist Whitebones. Bang! However, Deist Whitebones reached out and took out a talisman. It was the Vajra talisman. It activated the talisman, and with the talisman as the center, golden light spread out, turning into a golden barrier that easily blocked Qiming's sword. Clearly, Qiming's sword just now could not even break Deist Whitebones' defense. This was the difference. 4th level of Qi refinement. Deist Whitebones was shocked. His blood-red eyes revealed a shocked expression. I made a mistake. I really underestimated you. I didn't expect this. I really didn't expect this. To think that there would be a genius like you in this D-class servant quarters. Your cultivation level has already broken through to the 4th level of Qi refinement. Very good, very good. Kid. Deist Whitebones took out another pill and shouted, I'll give you another chance. Take this blood ghost pill and plant the heart-devouring goo again. Continue working for me and I'll spare your life today. Otherwise, you, the little genius, are about to die in my hands. No need. Clang. 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 Qiming slashed out sword chi after sword chi. With a full-powered strike, he finally broke Deist Whitebones' Vajra talisman. However, Deist Whitebones' figure flashed and easily dodged Qiming's sword attack. Your cultivation level is not bad, but your mastery of spells is too low. Deist Whitebones said disdainfully, with your beginner-level sword technique, you can't even touch the corner of my clothes. Heavenly Eagle Claw. Qiming's figure flashed. He abandoned the skeleton sword in his hand and used the Heavenly Eagle Claw. It was as if he had transformed into a huge eagle. He spread his wings and flew high before quickly attacking Deist Whitebones. Good timing. Deist Whitebones' eyes lit up and he shouted, 8 trigrams palm. Boom. Deist Whitebones struck out with his palm. As his spirit energy circulated, the image of the 8 trigrams appeared in his palm and directly shattered Qiming's force. Bang bang bang. Qiming felt a terrifying force and cried out. His strength dissipated and his body flew backward. He crashed into several beds and blood flowed from the corner of his mouth. Bat Demon. Qiming stabilized himself and shouted in his mind. In an instant. Swish. The Bat Demon attacked from the dark. It was as fast as lightning. Its sharp claws contained poison and demonic power as it attacked Deist Whitebones' chest. What is this? Deist Whitebones was shocked and couldn't react. Chapter 7, Execution. Deist Whitebones wanted to dodge, but the Bat Demon was also at the late stage of the 7th level Qi refinement realm. It was too fast. Deist Whitebones could not dodge at all and could only react in a hurry. Green Wind Crippling Cloud Sword. Clang! Clang! Deist Whitebones took out a magic sword that he had refined for a long time from his storage bag. The body of the sword was as if it was made of white bones and was suffused with a pale color. Spirit energy circulated. After using the sword technique, it actually had a similar concept to the green cloud sword technique. It was like the movement of clouds and wind. This is... Qing was very surprised. Deist Whitebones actually knew the spells and sword techniques of Green Cloud Peak. Boom! Boom! There were several explosions. The sword chi and demonic powers that scattered due to the collision destroyed the surroundings. Because Deist Whitebones was in a hurry to react, he was injured by the bat demon's sneak attack. He retreated repeatedly as blood flowed from the corner of his mouth. Spirit pet. Deist Whitebones' expression darkened, his tone filled with surprise. You actually have a spirit pet, and it's at the 7th level Qi refinement realm. Heavenly Eagle Claw. Qing did not reply. Instead, he grabbed this opportunity and pounced forward. His hands were like sharp eagle claws that tore through the air. Deist Whitebones' pupils constricted. He stepped on the air and dodged. Although he avoided a vital point, the white bone mask on Deist Whitebones' face was torn into two by Qing's claws. Crack! Crack! The white bone mask shattered. Qing! Deist Whitebones' true appearance was completely exposed. Under the moonlight, Qing looked over and saw a stunning girl. She had an oval face, cherry lips, and a tall nose. Her scarlet eyes looked demonic and beautiful. Her blood-red hair fluttered like blood. She was truly beautiful. She was like a bewitching demoness. A woman. Qing was stunned. Do you want to die so badly? Suddenly, a gentle and sinister voice sounded. Deist Whitebones' aura kept increasing. Her aura surged to the 8th level of Qi refinement, the 9th level of Qi refinement, and was about to enter the Foundation Establishment realm. Who is it? Which demon sect's member is it? How dare you come to Green Cloud Peak to commit murder? At this moment, the few elders of the D-class servant quarters finally heard the commotion and sensed the aura emitted by Deist Whitebones. They quickly tore through the air and came to the courtyard. Qing. After Deist Whitebones' true identity was exposed, she changed her tone and personality. Her gaze was scrutinizing, calm, and indifferent. She was cold and inviolable. Clearly, everything was just a disguise. Still, Deist Whitebones only gave Qing a deep look but did not say anything else. When she sensed that the elders were about to arrive, she immediately turned around and left. In the blink of an eye, Deist Whitebones' figure disappeared into the moonlight. Huff! Qing heaved a sigh of relief. After a while, the three elders of the D-class servant quarters arrived. Qing clutched his chest and half lay on the ruined bed. The bat demon had long been hidden. The skeleton sword and the skeleton robe were placed in the storage box. One of the elders had a thin face and looked as skinny as a match. He was at the late stage of the 9th level Qi refinement realm. He recognized Qing at a glance and asked, Qing? What happened just now? Hurry up and tell us. Yes. Qing took a deep breath and looked as if he was severely injured. After hiding some truths, he told them everything about Deist Whitebones and the Myriad Demon Cave, causing the expressions of the three elders to change. Myriad Demon Cave. The disciples of the demon sect actually went deep into the servant quarters. Damn it! Something big is about to happen. We have to report this to the Peak Master of the Green Cloud Peak immediately. The three elders discussed. Immediately after, they asked a few more questions and confirmed that there was no mistake before leaving. I feel like I've accidentally gotten involved in something big. Qing felt a little emotional. He could not help but think of Deist Whitebones. He shook his head and said, I don't want to think about it anymore. There's too little information that I know. It's useless even if I think about it. The night passed and the next day arrived. When Ye Dun and the others returned to their residence, they saw the room in ruins. Zhu Xiaoxian and the others didn't dare to ask anything. They only followed Qi Ming's instructions and cleaned up the room. They also remade a few more beds. In the following days, Qi Ming used the AFK farming software and cultivated while waiting for the situation to develop. There was also the arrival of the outer sect assessment. As for the chores that Qi Ming originally had to do, such as cutting wood, burning fire, watering the fields, and so on, they were all done by Zhu Xiaoxian and the others. Unknowingly, 3 days later, the 4 servant quarters of A class, B class, C class, and D class gathered. The 12 elders in charge gathered with the first elder in charge of the servant disciples, Mu Qing, who was also the only early-stage Foundation Establishment realm cultivator in the Green Cloud Peak's servant quarters. They gathered all the disciples of Green Cloud Peak. There were a total of 4,800 people. Everyone was present. They gathered in the labor square at the foot of Green Cloud Peak. Cough cough. Mu Qing walked over and coughed. He was dressed in a green robe and had white hair and a youthful face. His gaze swept across all the servant disciples present and he said in a slightly dignified manner, "There are still 4 days before the outer sect assessment begins. I didn't expect that there would be many servant disciples who believed the demonic sect's demonic words and betrayed Green Cloud Peak. Bring them here." Mu Qing shouted. Behind, several elders escorted a few disheveled servant disciples over. There were quite a number of them. There were actually a total of 108 in the 4 classes. "Kneel!" Mu Qing shouted angrily. Buzz! The pressure of the early-stage Foundation Establishment realm appeared and pressed down on the bodies of the servant disciples, causing them to be unable to resist. All of them knelt down and let out painful groans. Qi Ming's heart skipped a beat. He looked at the servant disciples kneeling on the square and felt his scalp tingle. Impressive, I thought that other than me, there were only 8. I didn't expect there to be so many. Seeing that you have some cultivation talent, the Green Cloud Peak specially let you enter the peak to be servant disciples and teach you cultivation techniques. We also gave you a path to advance. Mu Qing's gaze was cold as he said word by word, but not only are you ungrateful, you even betrayed the Green Cloud Peak and the sect. For the blood ghost pill, you're willing to be a spy of the demon sect. This is unforgivable. This. They actually betrayed Green Cloud Peak. Are they spies from the demon sect? How unexpected. Fortunately, the servant quarters first elder was perceptive and caught these spies from the demon sect. Otherwise, I don't know when they would have stabbed us in the back. Yes, yes. The servant disciples of the 4 classes discussed. Do you know that the blood ghost pill contains the heart-devouring goo? It can be said to be the most vicious poison in the Qi refinement realm. After the worm enters the heart, even immortals will find it difficult to save you. You will forever be enslaved by the heart-devouring goo. Anyone who betrays the sect will be executed according to the sect rules. Mu Qing announced. No. No. First elder, please spare me. We won't do it again. We won't do it again. Spare me. The servants kneeling on the ground cried and begged for mercy. Even if I don't kill you now, you won't be able to escape death once the heart-devouring goo activates. Mu Qing shook his head. You chose your own path. You will naturally have to pay the price. Execution time. Clang. 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 As soon as they finished speaking, Mu Qing personally took action. With a wave of his right hand, a green magic sword flew out and floated in the air. It then split into 108 swords. Pu. 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 Sword lights flashed. Blood splattered. 108 heads fell to the ground. Everyone present was silent. The air was filled with a strong stench of blood. Qi Ming's heart tightened. Chapter 8, First Elder of the Green Cloud Peak's Servant Quarters, Mu Qing. Qing was naturally nervous. After all, he was also considered a spy from the demon sect back then. He had only left halfway. The reason why these servant disciples were discovered and executed was also related to Qing. Of course, the reason why Qing had executed these 108 servant disciples in front of everyone was naturally to intimidate the servant disciples of the four classes and make them feel reverence. As for whether there were any other thoughts or schemes, Qing was not sure yet. Not long after, the 108 corpses on the square of the Green Cloud Peak's servant quarters were dealt with, leaving only the dried blood on the ground and the faint smell of blood in the air. The basic requirement of the outer sect assessment is to reach the third level of Qi refinement. Therefore, the servant disciples who have yet to reach the third level of Qi refinement have to work harder. Of course, even if you haven't reached the third stage Qi refinement realm and can't enter the outer sect of the Green Cloud Peak, although you will be expelled from the Heaven Enlightenment sect, you can still join the faction in the mortal world and help manage the businesses of the Heaven Enlightenment sect. Qing had his hands behind his back. He had just personally slaughtered 108 servant disciples, but his expression did not change. He did not take it to heart and continued, although in the mortal world, there is no such good environment as the Green Cloud Peak, you can still continue cultivating. Perhaps if you are lucky, you can even establish a cultivation family. In the countless years of the Heaven Enlightenment sect, there were also a few who found opportunities in the mortal world after being expelled from the sect. They rose step by step and eventually became a first-generation elder of the sect in their family. So, no matter what, on the path of cultivation, you cannot give up easily. You have to learn to sail against the current and face the difficulties head-on. You also have to understand that you'll fall behind if you don't work hard. After listening to the first elder's teachings today, all the disciples are deeply inspired. This disciple has learned much. The servant disciples of the four classes praised. Very good, very good. Qing laughed heartily, but his gaze landed on the inconspicuous Qing among the servant disciples. Qing, come with me. The rest of you can leave. Qing looked deeply at Qing before turning to leave. Everyone, leave. Leave. The elders shouted. Qing, follow us. The thin elder scolded softly. Yes. Qing bowed. He was nervous, but he still quickened his pace. Under the gazes of the surrounding servant disciples, he followed Qing and left. Boss was actually called over by First Elder Qing. Boss is boss after all. We can't compare to him. I wonder why First Elder Qing called boss over. It must be a good thing. That's right, that's right. Zhu Xiaoxian and the others discussed among themselves, their eyes filled with envy and reverence. Only Ye Dun frowned. Thinking of how the residence had been destroyed, he felt that things were not simple. The other servant disciples were also discussing matters regarding Qing. After all, in the four major servant quarters of Green Cloud Peak, First Elder Qing was in charge of all of them. If First Elder Qing called Qing away in front of all the servant disciples, it would naturally attract the attention of all the disciples. For a moment, Qing's reputation in the entire Green Cloud Peak's servant quarters rose. He lowered his head slightly and followed behind Qing. He was about 2 meters away and did not speak, but he was thinking about many things. Since Qing had called him over in front of all the servant disciples, he definitely wouldn't harm him. Otherwise, if something happened to him, Qing would definitely be the first to be suspected. However, why did Qing call him over? While thinking, Qing followed Qing to a courtyard. This was Qing's independent courtyard in the Green Cloud Peak's servant quarters. The surroundings were filled with birds and flowers, and there was abundant spiritual qi. Moreover, not far away, Qing saw 2 medicinal fields. There were several valuable spiritual herbs planted in them. The leaves swayed and shone brightly. Come in. Qing said. Yes. Qing followed carefully into the courtyard and arrived at the guest hall. Mu Qing sat down at the main seat while Qiming was given a guest seat. "Serve the tea!" Mu Qing shouted. "Yes, master." Qiming saw two young girls around 18 years old walking over. They brewed tea and placed it respectfully beside Qiming. "You can leave." Mu Qing waved his hand and signaled. "Yes." The two beautiful girls bowed and left the hall. They closed the door and only Qiming and Mu Qing were left in the hall. Mu Qing didn't say anything. He only picked up the teacup and took a few sips. "Good tea," Mu Qing praised. Qiming did not speak nor drink his tea. "Why aren't you drinking?" Mu Qing looked at Qiming and said, "This is not tea from the mortal world. It's spirit tea. The tea leaves used are the tea leaves of the water spiritual tea tree. It can increase your spirit energy. Thank you for the tea, First Elder." Qiming cupped his hands and bowed. Then, he raised his teacup and drank it in one gulp. The tea entered his stomach and there was indeed a warm current. It turned into wisps of spirit energy and fused into his body. "It's indeed good tea." Qiming did not know how to savor tea, but he still said. Mu Qing smiled faintly, "Qiming, you are indeed a part of the reason why we were able to capture the spies from the demon sect. However, I really didn't expect that you would already be able to resolve the heart-devouring goo." "First Elder," Qiming hesitated. Mu Qing waved his hand. "You don't have to explain, I know you're hiding something, but I don't care. Based on my guess, that demoness from the demon sect would not find trouble with you for no reason. This must be because you joined before and were forced to consume the blood ghost pill. However, you knew that the blood ghost pill hid the heart-devouring goo. Although you were lucky enough to resolve the poison, you were targeted by the demoness who wanted to kill you. Fortunately, several elders of the D-class servant quarters discovered you in time. Otherwise, you would have already been killed by the demoness." "First Elder is very perceptive," Qiming quickly said, "I don't have anything to add. It was not easy to turn around and change your ways. Come forward." "Yes." Qiming stood up and walked in front of Mu Qing. "Extend your right hand." Mu Qing continued. "Yes." Qiming stretched out his right hand. Then, Mu Qing placed his finger on Qiming's pulse. He closed her eyes slightly and Qiming felt a very condensed spirit energy. It was like a strand of hair. Through his pulse, it followed his meridians and entered his danshan. Qiming did not resist. 5th level Qi refinement realm. Mu Qing's eyes widened in disbelief. He stared at Qiming. You actually reached the 5th level of Qi refinement." Mu Qing gasped. "Yes." Qiming naturally did not deny it. In fact, Qiming had cultivated continuously for 3 days under the fourfold increase. Only then did he break through from the late stage of the 4th level Qi refinement realm to the early stage of the 5th level. Ha ha ha. After Mu Qing recovered from his shock, he immediately laughed out loud, Good, good, good. I was already guessing that you must be quite strong to be able to get rid of the heart-devouring goo. I didn't expect that you're already at the 5th level of Qi refinement. Good. Very good. I really didn't expect that the Green Cloud Peak would have a hidden dragon like you. This way, in this outer sect assessment, my Green Cloud Peak can finally perform well. Chapter 9, Ambition of the Demon Lord? This. Qiming lowered his head. He had already guessed what Mu Qing was thinking. He probably wanted Qiming to get a good ranking in the outer sect assessment and make a name for the Green Cloud Peak's servant quarters. Mu Qing could probably also obtain benefits from this. However, what Mu Qing wanted him to do obviously didn't conform to Qiming's low profile and secret development plan. Therefore, Qiming tactfully rejected, First Elder Mu, I've been a servant disciple for 3 years. I've kept a low profile and never exposed my cultivation level. It's to avoid unnecessary trouble. I've always liked silence. I like to cultivate in peace and comprehend Dao techniques in peace. I don't like to participate in these matters. Qing, don't talk nonsense. Mu Qing waved his hand. Although there was a smile on his lips, he still said, in front of outsiders, you can't call me First Elder Mu. I'm only the First Elder of the Servant Quarters. Therefore, you have to say Servant Quarters First Elder. Yes. Qing pouted in his mind, but he still looked very respectful on the surface. It was not allowed in front of outsiders, so it was fine when there was no one around. Qing. Mu Qing stroked his long white beard. He was indeed very sage-like. Do you know that on the path of cultivation, one must fight against the heavens, the earth, people, and all things. If you don't fight, how can you obtain anything? Your personality is indeed very good. It means that you are calm enough and can avoid many troubles and dangers. But if you don't show your talent and promote yourself, how can you fight for enough resources in the Green Cloud Peak and the Heaven Enlightenment Sect to help you cultivate? On the path of cultivation, there are 4 great necessities: wealth, companions, techniques, and territory. Wealth is ranked first, so it shows the importance of resources. You have to think about it. Mu Qing patted Qiming's shoulder like a kind elder and said earnestly. Qiming was completely unmoved. He thought to himself, I have the AFK farming software. As long as I cultivate passively every day, I can clear the dungeons. I can easily obtain wealth, companions, and territory. Training? Competition? Adventure? Sorry. These were too troublesome and dangerous. To him, it was not tempting at all. If he had the time, he might as well clear a few more game dungeons and obtain everything. Believe it or not, he could stay in the Sect's servant quarters for his entire life until he became immortal. Cough cough. Mu Qing seemed to have seen through Qiming's thoughts of not wanting to be in the limelight. Although he found it a little strange that the youngster lacked guts and was so mature, there was no helping it. All these years, Green Cloud Peak had always been at the bottom of the rankings during the outer sect assessment. The resources obtained from the sect were getting lesser and lesser. If this continued, as the servant quarters first elder, he would not be able to get any benefits. So, Mu Qing had to do well this time. His disciples had to stand out in this assessment. Only then could he wash away his past shame and obtain more resources from the sect. Qiming Mu Qing said indifferently, your matter can actually be big or small. To put it bluntly, you've already attempted to betray the sect and even consumed the blood ghost pill. This confirms your identity as a traitor. Of course, this is a small matter. You realized your mistakes and got rid of the heart-devouring goo on your own. You even reported to the sect about the demon sect's spies. This can be considered a meritorious deed. As for whether your merit surpasses your crime, and whether we should follow the sect rules. First Elder Mu. Qiming immediately interrupted what Mu Qing was about to say. If Mu Qing continued to speak, she would probably be blamed for betraying the sect. Qiming could not bear the responsibility. Mu Qing's words implied something else. To put it bluntly, it was up to him to decide whether the matter was big or small. I suddenly realized that you're right. Qiming raised his head and was full of fighting spirit. He clenched his fists and shouted, cultivators of my generation should not be afraid of hardships. We should fight against the heavens and the earth. We should go against the flow and ignore life and death. If you are not convinced, we will fight. Fighting the heavens, fighting the earth, and fighting humans. It's endless joy. Ha ha ha. Mu Qing was stunned for a moment before he laughed loudly. Good kid, I was right about you. But Qiming's tone paused, and he revealed a difficult expression as he said, although my cultivation is quite good, my spell techniques and methods to deal with enemies are only the green cloud sword technique. Moreover, my cultivation realm is very low. Plus, I've been a servant for 3 years, causing me to be extremely poor. Up until now, I don't even have a decent talisman treasure. I wonder if I can obtain a good ranking. Then what do you want? Mu Qing smiled. Sai Qiming shook his head and said with a troubled expression, I actually don't need too many things. I just feel that giving me tens of thousands of low-grade spirit stones will do. After I have the spirit stones, I'll go buy the spell techniques and talisman treasures I want. Tens of thousands of low-grade spirit stones. Mu Qing almost pulled off a few strands of his beard. Why don't you go rob someone? I only have 1,000 low-grade spirit stones. Mu Qing took out an inferior-grade storage bag from his bosom and threw it to Qiming. That's all. It's dozens of times less. Qiming muttered. Get lost. Mu Qing picked up the teacup and was about to smash it, but when he thought about how this teacup was also expensive and was worth more than 10 low-grade spirit stones, he stopped himself. All right, you don't have to send me off. Qiming lowered his head, turned around, and quickly ran out. Wait. Mu Qing raised his head and called out to Qiming. First Elder Mu? Are you really planning to give me tens of thousands of low-grade spirit stones? Qiming's eyes lit up. Dream on. Mu Qing shouted, anything is possible in your dreams. This is the 9 spirit illusion steps. Mu Qing threw a jade slip over. It's a top-grade Qi refinement realm movement technique. Try your best to master it in the next few days. Just learn as much as you can. Thank you, First Elder Mu. Qiming reached out to receive the jade slip that recorded the 9 spirit illusion steps and thanked Mu Qing. Get lost. Mu Qing waved his hand angrily. Rascal, if you don't obtain a good ranking in the outer sect assessment, I'll skin you alive when I return. Qiming replied without turning his head, don't worry, I'll definitely be number 1 from the bottom. Fuck. Mu Qing cursed, you dare. Not long after Qiming left, a graceful figure walked out from a corner of the guest hall. Because of the curtains, it was impossible to see clearly, and one could only see a pair of snow-white and long legs vaguely. Mu Qing knelt down. Master. Mu Qing said, just now, I used the spirit searching technique to probe Qiming's situation. This person's talent is very ordinary. Although he has reached the 5th level Qi refinement realm, he probably only obtained some opportunities in a short period of time. Don't worry about it. The graceful figure said indifferently, it's just a casual game of chess. Whether he lives or dies is not important. It's better if he's useful, but it's fine if he's useless. Yes. Mu Qing nodded. Over these years, our myriad demon caves infiltration of the Heaven Enlightenment Sect has already reached the limit. We can't take another step forward. I have to say that although the sect master of the Heaven Enlightenment Sect, Yang Li, doesn't really care about the Heaven Enlightenment Sect's matters, he has forged the Heaven Enlightenment Sect well. The graceful figure continued, the Heaven Enlightenment Sect is divided into 12 peaks. It seems relaxed and there are constant open and hidden struggles, and even the 12 peak masters have conflicts. However, as long as Yang Li is here, the Heaven Enlightenment Sect will not be in chaos. We still have to plan properly for the ambitions of the Demon Lord. We can't rush it. Chapter 10, Green Cloud Sword Technique Mastered, Clearing the Gloomy Swamp. When Qiming returned to the servants' courtyard, Ye Dun and the others surrounded him with curiosity. Zhu Xiaoxian and the others were even more fawning. Why are all of you asking around for no reason? Qiming said unhappily, have you all finished my servant mission? Go busy yourselves. Yes, boss. Zhu Xiaoxian shouted. Yes. We'll help boss complete the servant mission now. Zhang Qing, Hu Gang and He Ping quickly said. Is everything all right? Ye Dun asked worriedly. I'm fine. Qiming waved his hand. As for you, Ye Dun, what level are you at now? I just broke through to the early stage of the 2nd level Qi refinement realm last month. Ye Dun smiled bitterly. I definitely won't be able to pass this outer sect assessment. However, my family has already informed me beforehand that if I fail, I'll have to return to inherit my family's business. I didn't expect you to be the son of a rich businessman. Qing was surprised. What's the use? Ye Dun shook his head. Even if I'm the son of a rich businessman, that's only in the mortal world. How can I compare to the Green Cloud Peak? I'm really nothing. Moreover, even the relatives of the emperor in the mortal world might not have a higher status than a servant disciple when they come to the Green Cloud Peak. Forget it. Ye Dun smiled and said, since I can't walk the path of cultivation, I can only go back and inherit my family's wealth. If I can't live a carefree life and become immortal, then I'll change to a rich life. I'll have a group of wives and concubines. I don't want to come to this world for nothing. Okay. Qing patted Ye Dun's shoulder, not knowing whether to be envious or depressed. He asked, Ye Dun, according to what First Elder Mu said today, how much of the mortal world does the Heaven Enlightenment Sect control? Do you know? Ye Dun nodded and said, I do know a little. Since you want to know, I'll tell you. Okay. Qing said. Ye Dun slowly explained, the Heaven Enlightenment Sect is one of the 3 major sects of the southern region and is divided into 12 peaks. The Green Cloud Peak is one of them, which is where we are. What are the 3 sects? Qing asked. Heaven Enlightenment Sect, Spring Autumn Sect, 10,000 Buddha Temple. Ye Dun replied, in fact, I don't know the details. I'm just the son of an ordinary businessman. How could I know so many secrets? However, in terms of the mortal world that the Heaven Enlightenment Sect controls, just the Green Cloud Peak alone controls the Yuan Shang Empire, the Great Yan Kingdom, and the Phoenix Fire Kingdom. My family's Chamber of Commerce, the 100 Treasure Chamber of Commerce, is one of the 3 largest in the Yuan Shang Empire. Yes. Qing nodded. He had some understanding of the power of the Heaven Enlightenment Sect now. Just one Green Cloud Peak controlled 2 kingdoms and an empire. Next, Qing asked Ye Dun some more things and ended the conversation. Ye Dun also left. His servant mission today was to feed some low-level spiritual beasts in the Green Cloud Peak. Immediately after, Qing took out the 9 Spirit Illusion Steps Jade Slip that Mu Qing had given him. He circulated his spirit energy and injected it into it, guiding the spell recorded in the Jade Slip into his mind. Half an hour later, Qing memorized the 9 Spirit Illusion Steps. Crack! Crack! The Jade Slip in Qing's hand also cracked into 2. It was already useless. Tisk! Qing pursed his lips. I still wanted to sell this Jade Slip for spirit stones, but it's a one-time use item. It can only be used once. Old Mu really doesn't give me any opportunities. In fact, after fighting Deist White Bones, Qing had already deeply experienced the inadequacy of his spells and moves against his enemies. He only knew the Green Cloud Sword technique and the Heavenly Eagle Claw, and he was only at the beginner stage of mastery. If Qing had grasped more spells and methods to deal with enemies and had a higher realm, he would not have been suppressed by Deist White Bones the entire time. The Outer Sect assessment not only tested one's cultivation level, but also their combat methods. Activate the second AFK farming slot. Qing said. Ding! The host doesn't have enough spirit stones. The activation has failed. You need 10,000 low-grade spirit stones to activate the second slot. 10,000 low-grade spirit stones. Qing smacked his lips. I'll charge 100 low-grade spirit stones and practice the Green Cloud Sword technique. Qing said. Ding! AFK farming the Green Cloud Sword technique at tenfold the effect. 100 low-grade spirit stones charged. Skill pet AFK farming, Bat Demon. Ding! AFK farming the Bat Demon at tenfold the effect. Activate the new game dungeon. Qing continued. Ding! The host used 5 low-grade spirit stones as the ticket and successfully activated the 5th level Qi Refinement Realm game dungeon, Gloomy Swamp. Successfully entered the game dungeon. At the same time, the scene of the game dungeon appeared in front of Qing. At the periphery of the 100,000 mountains, there was a low-level demon beast called the Swamp Giant Lizard living in the Gloomy Swamp. It occupied the entire Gloomy Swamp and became a medium-sized demon beast group. On this day, Qing's game character, who was also the peerless swordsman, arrived at the Gloomy Swamp. He held the skeleton sword and began to slaughter the swamp giant lizards. Unknowingly, a day passed. Ding! The green cloud sword technique has been cultivated for a day under the tenfold enhancement. Its mastery has increased from beginner to mastered. A notification appeared. Indeed, Qing felt a change. At this moment, his consciousness entered a mysterious state as if he had an epiphany. Clang! 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 The sound of swords rang in his ears. Not long after, Qing's mastery of the green cloud sword technique had reached the mastered realm. He was like a peerless swordsman who had been practicing the sword for many years. His aura was sharp. Then, he slowly hit it. Not bad, not bad. Qing was very satisfied. Ding! Spirit pet, Bat Demon has grown for a day under the tenfold enhancement. Its strength has increased from the late stage of the 7th level Qi refinement realm to the late stage of the 8th level Qi refinement realm. Qing's mood became even better. Ding! You had been AFK farming for a day in the game dungeon of the Gloomy Swamp. You have cleared the game dungeon once. You have received 1 giant lizard shield and 50 low-grade spirit stones. Giant lizard shield. Swish! With a thought, Qing took out the giant lizard shield. It was only the size of a palm and was a talisman treasure at the Qi refinement realm. It could be bound by blood and refined with spirit energy. It could be big or small and was a defensive treasure. Item: Giant Lizard Shield. Introduction: a talisman treasure refined from the skin and scales of a swamp giant lizard. The talisman treasure for the Qi refinement realm is divided into 4 grades: low, middle, high, and top. The giant lizard shield is a high-grade Qi refinement realm talisman treasure. High-grade Qi refinement realm talisman treasure. Qing's mood became even happier. Speaking of which, all the Qi refinement realm talismans in Qing's hands, including the skeleton sword and the skeleton robe, were only medium-grade Qi refinement realm talismans. They could not compare to the giant lizard shield.